in 2009.
He'll want to get away to a quick start here in this match, Nadal. He won't want to give Haas a feeling that he's in the match at any stage. So look for Nadal to really come out of the blocks quickly.
Watch Rafa here. Watch his reaction. He throws his head back. Second point of the match. Still wanted it to go in.
Tommy Haas began his tennis career just at the end of almost the dominance of so many German players like Becker and Stick, Graf. So much was expected and hoped of from Haas, and perhaps hasn't delivered quite as much as was hoped. It's hard to emulate the feats of Becker, Graf, Stick, etc. Haas, let's remember, has been a #2 in the world. Not too shabby.
His first final came back in 1997 at Lyon. His first title in Memphis in 1999. He's won 11 career titles. He's got an uphill battle straight away here. Saving one break point, still one more to come for Nadal to put his imprint on this match straight away.
Yes. Haas.
It's a forehand that's so hard to read. He has wonderful upper body rotation, and the racket head gets flung at the ball with so much velocity. The ball's on its way before we can really determine where it might be heading.
Kilometres an hour.
Advantage Haas.
Just taking the outside of the line. That's good serving and a good solid game from Tommy Haas after being down 2 break points. stand up against the might of Nadal will give him plenty of confidence.
It was a very good tactical game as well from Haas. He's very much aware, as we've mentioned, that he can't stay at the back of the court and get into really long rallies with the world #1. So he's going to have to come to the net often, but he's going to have to come to the net when Nadal least expects it. And that means he's going to have to serve and volley sometimes, but again, just erratically so that Nadal doesn't get into a groove. He's going to have to look to attack off the ground as well with a great variety of approach shots, some short, some up the middle, because once this man Nadal gets grooved, he just doesn't miss.
Green might be out as the colour here at the Australian Open, with the old rebound ace courts replaced by the blue plexi cushion, but it seems that green and shades of it might be the in colour in 2009 with the players. Very uncharacteristic errors for Rafa. Uncle Tony's already getting to work on those fingernails.
Well, it was a good defensive shot from Haas. He stretched wide here, and this puts Nadal in a difficult position, but what a volley. The man is very, very capable at the net. This is a tough volley, full stretch, has to control the racket head, the height, the width. Excellent shot.
Remember, Nadal held 2 break points straight away on the Haas serve. So if Tommy takes these, this would really hurt the #1 player. He's hitting it very well tonight. What an impressive opening from Tommy Haas.
Haas leads 2 games to 0.
Well, when pushed wide, he came up with that forehand down the line, Haas, to set it up. He said he was going to have to take his chances, go for the lines whenever he gets an opportunity. And he's done that. So, yeah, an excellent start from Haas.
Love 15.
Missed it. What a strange shot from Nadal, though. Had a short ball, sorry, Peter, and looked as if he was going to hit a drop shot, and then I'm not sure what it was in the end. It was nothing.
Well, he doesn't like that racket, Jeff. Match is just 18 points old, and he's made his way straight over there.
I didn't hear him break a string, but the way he hit that short ball almost suggested he hit it with a broken string, because it was an awful shot. So perhaps I've been unkind to him. Perhaps he broke a string. I didn't see it. And I'm suspecting that might have been what happened.
Thank you.
Well, he's an instinctive volleyer, Haas, and he really did well there. Nadal can't believe it. He's going to need to ride a little bit of good fortune here tonight, Haas, if he has any chance. That was good play, plus a little bit of good fortune. Oh.
15-40.
Nadal got himself into exactly this position in the first game of the match and wasn't able to do anything about it. Well, he simply must here, especially in light of what happened in the game in between.
to the Nadal forehand. That opens up the backhand corner. Nadal is much more comfortable backing into his own backhand corner and hit the off forehand. Haas is keen to prevent that from happening. He's going directly wide to the Nadal forehand and then attacking the backhand. Good strategy. Oh, he's too quick.
Look at that. Look at the reaction there. Unusual to see a reaction like that in the first 3 games of the match. Trying to fire himself up. Break point number 3.
Consistently going with that shot wide to the Nadal forehand. Yes. And that time just mixing it up, going to the backhand, so he's keeping Nadal very much off balance.
Oh.
Going to be beaten every time. If he gets time to get set, it has a target. And Nadal's too good. This approach shot is not deep enough, not wide enough. Easy pickings for the world number 1.
What he's got to do is come up with something like that on a break point. 4th chance for Rafa.
Game Nadal.
Some very strong reactions from Nadal there. Just trying to get something going. He's been a bit sluggish. As it turns out, it matters not, because we've gone back-to-back breaks and we're on serve in the first set. Haas leading 2-1. A lot of people are making something of the fact this fortnight that Serena Williams won her titles in 2003, 2005, 2007, so she's due again in 2009. Well, you'd like the progress of Nadal too, with his Australian Open history. He reached the 3rd round here on debut in 2004, and he's got 1 round better subsequently every time he's been here. 4th round in 05, didn't play in 06, quarter-final in 07, semi-final in 08. It'd be a good thing for the final this year. Tommy Haas might disagree.
30 love. Game, Nadal.
Much different looking Rafael Nadal in the fourth game. Love game for him. Haas coming up with 2 games, a couple of unforced errors. Great night in Melbourne, great crowds again. At Haas, 15,000 or so in Rod Laver Arena, roof open to the elements because there's been no need to close it at any stage so far this week. And the forecast for the next few days is fine again.
Love the team.
You almost get the sense with Rafa that he was not embarrassed but stung by that start, and there's a real steely determination all of a sudden about him.
Outstanding grass stroking from both players. Haas has done nothing wrong here. Defense from Nadal. Look at the depth. Pretty good shot from Haas. Deep cross court. Gets knocked off for a winner. One of the difficult things always to bring Nadal forward is it's hard to get a good drop shot going when the ball that he hits is bouncing up with so much spin and so high. And he's also so quick, Nadal. Always gets in there. Has an opportunity to turn a low ball into an attacking option.
15-40.
Stats tell an interesting tale at the moment. 34 points in the match. 17 of them have been decided with a player at the net. So there's a lot of activity inside the service boxes. Oh, yes. Back-to-back breaks from Nadal. Might have been somewhat of a shaky start, but he's in gear now.
3 games to 2.
By his own lofty standards, he made a couple of interesting decisions early in this match with shot selection, and it just seemed with his reaction, that pump of the fist in just the third game of the match, and a couple of times the shaking of the racket. But maybe he thought that he might have come out there just not quite mentally switched on, but somehow he's been able to find the switch and flick
Ready
it.
for play. Thank you. Seats closed.
In contrast, Tommy Haas, the first couple of games was just middling everything, is now up to 9 unforced errors. Nadal's made 2 and he's got 10 winners. Just doubled his unforced error tally in the space of 2 points. Nadal winning only half of the points when his first serve goes into play just at the moment.
Look where he goes here. He's right in the doubles alley, and again it's the spin that allows him to achieve the angle. He'll go as far as he has to. He doesn't mind how far out of court he goes to set up for that shot. It's brilliant.
momentary hiccup for Rafael Nadal.
It's 4 games to 2.
But only a momentary one. 4 games to 2. Now, Jeff Masters, I know you've been putting your friend Hawkeye to work just about the respective ground strokes of these players. What can you tell us?
Well, he's hitting at an average speed, Nadal, at 121 k's an hour off the ground. But a clearance of 1.8 metres. Haas, by comparison, slower at 113 k's an hour and only 1.61 metres clearance. So what that means is normally when you hit with a lot of clearance, that means you add more spin, you lose pace. But not so Nadal. He's clearing the net by a considerably greater margin than Haas, so he's adding more spin, but he's also got more pace. That's what makes his ground strokes so good.
Net, second serve.
Now Haas, the one reacting, just a little tap of the racket. Come on, Tommy, try and focus. Not ever so focused when he came out, but that unforced error count already up into double figures.
Traction slip. He would have got that otherwise. Not sure he could have done much with it, though. It was a very good volley from Haas. See here, he just loses traction there, and with it, the ability to track it down. The approach, millimetres from the sideline. You take a deep breath as he's about to hit the passing shot, because you know if you can reach it, he's going to have a crack at getting it by you.
Nadal is challenging the call. Right side, far sideline. The ball is called in.
Steve Ulrich in the chair from the United States, if you hadn't guessed. Everyone looks to the big screen.
Well, he's going to have to take his licks on this from time to time, Haas. He has to mix it up. He's got to take a gamble. That was a second serve, served and volleyed. 40-15. He's got a point or so up his sleeve, so it was worth a go. Just sows that little seed of doubt into Nadal's mind as to when he's coming in again next. He's got to make those.
Deuce.
Yeah, he's angry. He got the short return. That's what he wanted. And his backhands, his better ground stroke. He's got to make those.
from a little
Advantage to
tap of the
Nadal.
hand on the racket to fully fledged yelling at himself now.
This is again the spin. Haas elected to let that go. He thought it was going long, and then you can see, oh no, it's dropped in again. The revolutions on the ball, pulling it down.
Timely challenge, as it turns out, from Nadal on that 40-15 point.
Net for serve.
Sets up a point for the double break now.
Living dangerously, Haas, but again has to take the chance from time to time. Serves and volleys here on the second serve. Excellent first volley. Still had to make another lunging volley to save it. It's going to take that sort of endeavour to even stay close with Nadal.
Just 173 kilometres an hour, but moving away from Nadal the closer it got to him.
Game Haas.
Good hold from Haas.
New balls.
Looked as though he might have given it away there for a moment. Down the break point, but he comes through. He had to. He's still down one break. Tommy Haas, the oldest man remaining in the men's draw, and he's up against the best, according to the rankings and the seedings. That's him, Rafa. Fans all around the world of all nationalities. And he's got new balls in hand here to serve with the advantage of a break in this first set.
At the ends of the court. Thank you.
It was he who was broken first, though.
Had a real opportunity to pass there. He won't be happy with that. Haas. Passing shot went almost up the middle of the court.
And that was living proof. Serves don't have to be quick to be good. That second serve in at just 126 from Nadal. That one was quick. 200 on the button.
30 love.
Doesn't flatten out the serves very often, but this one he does. Almost 100% flat, just a little bit of curl on it. Most of the others he slides or top spins it, primarily slides it from left to right. That takes the pace off the ball but makes it swing.
Love.
No coincidence that Nadal's percentage of points won off first serve rising all the time, up to 60 now.
Game Nadal.
Simple as you like. Love game. Okatani's giving the fingernails a rest for the moment.
Nadal leads 5 games to 3.
And you said living dangerously for Haas. Jeff, I suppose he's got to go out there with the mindset of, well, I'm going to have to take the risks. I might get humbled, but I still have to take them anyway.
Oh, it's too good. You can see the ball curl again as he hits around the outside of the ball. The ball curled in from left to right. What's the shot here? He curls it. It's around Haas and then curls back in. Well done.
15 all.
Again, a little bit of a risk, but he knows Nadal likes to move and run around the backhand. It's a way to keep him honest. Not much wrong with the serve. Look where Nadal is, 2 meters wide of the doubles alley. Hits a return within centimeters of the sideline. Outstanding. That's just a gimme.
Rafa's supporters might have been a little bit nervous in the first couple of games of this match, but since then it's been pretty much one-way traffic.
Nadal is challenging the call. Right side baseline. Ball is called out.
I don't think he's going to get much joy with this. I think this is long.
He's just trying to get rid of one, maybe.
Nadal with 2 challenges remaining.
Still set point, though. Well done.
This was his strategy early on, Haas, to go wide to the Nadal forehand early, but it's one thing to have a plan, it's another thing to have an opportunity to execute it.
Set points. He's going to make Rafa do it himself.
Nadal leads 5 games to 4.
Tommy Haas certainly coming in with the game plan against Rafael Nadal. It started in brilliant fashion. Hasn't been that ineffective. It's just the brilliance of Nadal at times has overpowered it. And now the Spaniard with the opportunity of closing down this first set, but it's taken a while for him to do it. We're up at 48 minutes already. Second time.
Well, he's not just a hitting machine, Nadal. He could tell there that Haas was looking to slow the play down. Haas was deep behind the baseline, looking to keep some depth. So what does Nadal do? He finds a way of sneaking in, taking time away from Haas.
Net for serve.
Just heard the courtside temperature has gone up from 18 to 19 degrees. I think that might have been a reaction because Tommy Haas changed his shirt during the break, and the female fans have warmed the place up a bit. It's been 21 winners, 5 unforced errors so far in this set from Rafa.
Engage.
50 minutes it takes to bring down the curtain on the first set, one in which Tommy Haas didn't play that badly. Somehow Nadal conspires to win the set anyway.
Now, the first set in 51 minutes. Tommy Haas playing outstanding tennis, but still this great number one. Nadal coming through. Look at the winners, 22-11, 5 unforced errors against 12 from the German, 39 total points won to 28. And even when he came to the net 10 times, he won 8 of those occasions. Rafael Nadal is setting just such a high standard with his own brand of tennis in Melbourne this year.
Second set.
Second set, let's go back to Jeff Masters with Peter Donovan.
Success for any of these players is doing what you need to do to get the job done. So Nadal will only get out of his comfort zone or take risks where he thinks it's necessary. So he got the job done there by playing controlled aggression slightly within himself. It's a leading edge here, trying to whip up the back of the ball. Got no strings, just edge of frame.
So far this game has been in stark contrast to Tommy Haas's service games in the first set. He was down a break point in every single service game.
Game Haas.
Doesn't have to worry about it this time, dropping just the 1 point and making a good start.
Game second set.
Plenty of first serves in that game as well from Haas, which makes an enormous difference. The first set, he was 56% success rate, and that's not going to get the job done. He's going to have to rely on a second serve too often. And at this level, good players clearly will take advantage of that. And he's still making sure that his bottle's in the right place.
I think someone once asked Rafael Nadal in a media conference, what would happen if a stray ball or something went and knocked your bottles over? Would it throw out your rhythm? And he said, no, it would not affect me. I think the general consensus to that answer was, yeah, right. You'd be thinking about it for days.
Sleepless nights.
Hit the line twice. Haas is going to have a look at it.
Right side near sideline. Ball was called in.
Looked like it took a piece of the line from up here.
It's a game with so much spin, it can look as if it's going out. Right until the very last moment, it can look as if it's going out. And then it drops viciously at the end. And there we go.
30 love. Haas with 2 challenges remaining.
Very long serve. Fabulous backspin. This comes from growing up on the clay courts where the ball will really bite on the soft clay, so you develop the ability to spin. Look how viciously it comes underneath the ball. And when the ball bounces, it just dies, almost goes backwards. Disappointed. He worked so hard to stay in that point. Forced his way back to the baseline, having defended. Got the shot he wanted.
1 game ball.
Tommy Haas flying the flag for Germany in the Australian Open now. They started with 11 players in the main draw, and Haas is the last remaining German player, the last remaining German man, I should say. Remaining German player, the last remaining German man, I should say.
Drop shot that made the rest of that point possible. Beautifully played drop shot again. Plenty of backspin. Nadal with virtually no options but to go straight down the line. And once the lob got over his head, here Haas is perfectly placed. Oh, what a return.
30-15.
Just slides across sideways, open stance, plants the right foot. Just too good.
Could this be the difference? Haas was in a similar circumstance on Nadal's serve in the previous game, and that was the point where he worked his way back into the point 3 times and then couldn't pull the trigger on the shot that he wanted. Nadal sensing a little opening here to make an early impression. To draw the pace off it. 144. It seemed to take a week to get to Rafa.
Nadal thinks this is good too.
He's walking. So you can expect that Hawkeye is going to confirm the call here. Rafa's got no doubt about it. Right on the line. Tommy Haas holds again. We stay on serve early in the second set. Nadal having taken the first 6-4 in 50 minutes. I may have just caused a mass walkout in our control room by mentioning the word beer. Hopefully these pictures will continue to come to you. As we look at the early going in the second set.
Seats, please. Thank you.
On serve, Tommy Haas with the advantage in this set numerically. Nadal with the chance of evening that up as we take a walk around the concourse.
It's easier said than done, but Haas perhaps getting a little guilty again of trying to get into the backhand corner of Nadal constantly, and that's letting Nadal just continually move into that backhand corner and hit the off forehand, and he's making Haas cover an awful lot of territory. Got to go wide to the Nadal forehand often so that you can then get to the backhand.
30 love. Game Nadal. Two games all.
Might be able to hear some cheering going on in the background. The reason for that is there's another match going on at the moment out on Margaret Court Arena between Richard Gasquet and Fernando Gonzalez, and it's gone into the fifth set. Keep you posted with that.
Love 15.
Good play.
15 all.
Just made Nadal take his eye off the ball at the last moment as he recognised Haas was serving and volleying. That drew the error. Gets in here quickly, Haas. Look where he volleys this from. The goal is to get inside the service line. He's got there, but the ball's right at the toes.
for speed and beat him for power.
30 all.
Perfectly played tactical point as well. Got to the forehand initially to then open up the backhand.
Massive point here for Tommy Haas's chances.
Shots on the line, though, to get Nadal out of court enough. Look at this one on the line. It's back again. Virtually on the line. And another one that just skims the net. He's hit 3 or 4 virtually perfect shots to win the point. That's what it takes.
Do you think this surface, Jeff, is more conducive to the drop shot than the rebound ace surface was?
It is. Ball doesn't bounce quite as high on this as the rebound ace. And it's just a little bit more abrasive, so the ball will bite a little if you get a little backspin on the ball.
Still have to be played perfectly, and Tommy's done that.
Advantage Haas.
Difficulty you have when you're volleying is the ball is spinning so much, it's hard to judge the flight of it. Here, Haas has got this covered, but he still had to feel for the ball. Couldn't get enough racket head speed on it because the ball was dipping so quickly prior to impact. Very tough to volley them with real conviction.
Advantage Nadal.
Got it on the rise, and Hawkeye would tell us that that was quick, and Tommy would confirm that. Couldn't get anywhere near it in the end. Brings up a break point here.
Exquisite touch from Haas. We've mentioned how difficult it is to time a volley when the ball's dropping so viciously. Look at the angle he gets here. Nadal had so few options, he was almost running into the net.
simply magnificent.
Advantage Nadal.
When she goes immediately that Haas makes contact, gets into that corner, there's no covering that. You have to cover the line because he's on that side of the court. And look at the angle. It's 131 kilometers an hour, but still able to achieve the dip on the ball. That should not be possible, and for most other people, it isn't possible. No one gets the spin on the ball that he does.
Just hanging in there. He's doing better than that. He's forcing a real contest here when you consider the first set was only 6-4. It was only the break of serve effectively in the 5th game that changed the course of the first set.
Advantage Nadal.
To the night 199, and that wouldn't have been far shy of it. Always the wide serves don't quite come up as the quickest. That one was humming.
Sometimes, but I'm not sure he had much alternative there. Well, he was unfortunate there. That's a mishit from Nadal that turned out to be a perfect lob. But it is a Hollywood shot, and the number of times that comes off, oh, it's about as often as once a century. It looks good. Oh, it's unfortunate for Haas.
From the 4th break point. It drops in.
Nadal leads 3 games to 2. Haas is challenging the call. Left side, far sideline.
He was having a good old conversation. I suspect it's more in hope than anything. Rafa hasn't sat down as yet. No problems. And that is the break. And yet again, the decisive moment comes in the 5th game.
Haas with 1 challenge remaining.
Well, he's a little unfortunate that game on the last 2 points. Haas, this was again another miss.
22 we've been going.
Ready for play. Thank you.
Tommy Haas has come back from 2 sets to love down 3 times in his career, and he's facing the real possibility of having to do that again. Not that time.
15 love.
Have a look and see how high the ball is when Haas hits it. It's up around shoulder height, and that's what makes it difficult to hit a good disguised drop shot.
Thank you.
No, you're kidding.
love.
As well, he should shake his head. He couldn't have hit a better return. He's taken it early. Look where it lands, this return. Down the line, millimetres from the baseline, half volley angle cross court. Something special.
(30-15).
Consolidated straight away by Rafael Nadal. New balls will bring a new racket. Already 2 world records as far as Grand Slam tennis crowds are concerned this week in Melbourne. First on Wednesday when there was more than 63,500 people here. And then yesterday, it was broken by around 100. And again.
15 love.
First.
Nadal is challenging the call. Right side, far sideline. Ball is called out.
Not sure that he's overly confident, though. Perhaps he should be.
15 all.
10 millimetres.
That's why you've got to go across to the forehand as often as possible, because he starts heading into that backhand corner in advance, sets up, and that off forehand just does damage time after time.
(30 all).
certainly going to hit the forehand, come hell or high water there. And Green will love that shot as much as you, Jeff.
No, it's the most devastating shot in tennis. I mean, look where he is here. It has to be a winner, but he's got so much belief in the shot, he thinks he can hit a winner from anywhere on the court.
Well, that's going to make it just about impossible now. You would think in the second set. Successive breaks of serve for Rafael Nadal. And he needs just one more game to make it 2 sets to 8.
Time.
Try these numbers on for size. 38 winners, 6 unforced errors. It has been another remarkable display from this man from Spain. And of those 38 winners, 19 have come with that devastating off forehand.
Ready for play.
Oh, he hit an out ball.
Love 15.
You have to admire Tommy Haas, the way he stood tall in the face of brilliance at the other end. Those unforced error stats are even made to look better by the fact that Nadal has made one unforced error in this entire second set.
We got part of the reason why before, Peter, the 1.8 metre clearance that Nadal has over the net on average just almost eliminates the net as a risk factor.
Too much.
I think that ball didn't come back.
I didn't see it come back down.
It's finished up on the roof.
Please.
Steve Aldrich showing a little compassion. Set point.
Game second set. Nadal.
You have just seen about as complete a set of tennis as you like. 16 winners and 1 unforced error. Nadal, unstoppable, leads by 2 sets to 8.
Well, Rafael Nadal is playing a very special brand of tennis, and look at that 75% first serve. Tommy Haas is not playing that badly. but Nadal 17 winners, Haas 9. One unforced error by the Spanish 21-year-old in that second set. 32 total points won to 21 for the German. Break points 2 of 5, and Tommy Haas did not have one break point. One unforced error. Is there any stopping this Spanish fantastic player? Now then, mixed doubles, Sonny Mears with Mahesh Bhupathi against Anastasia Rodionova and Stephen Haas. That's tomorrow for our Indian viewers, 5:30 India time. Vijay Amritraj will be calling the match for you. Let's go back to Jeff Masters and Peter Donegan.
The lesser men would have been broken by what Nadal has done to them, but Haas has such a competitive fire that that's not likely to happen to him. He'll fight till the bitter end.
There's that curl again. That ball really moved.
15-all.
It's a Tiger Woods draw shot at his best. This ball, that must have moved a good meter in the air.
Game Haas.
As was the case in the second set. Pretty convincing opening service game from the German.
Well, perhaps Haas thinking that all-out attack is the only way to go. Served and volleyed every point in that game. He certainly showed perhaps the shoulder that he's had some problems with is an issue again, and I think when he sat down at the change of ends and thumped his arm into the seat, it was not just frustration. It might have been the first sign that the shoulder is not exactly how he'd like it to be.
Well, he certainly did flex that shoulder just a couple of seconds before that. So what Nadal is doing to him would hurt badly enough, but with a bad shoulder, you would think it's just impossible. Never say never in sport, but it looks that way. Nadal unchallengeable from what we've seen so far. I was just thinking before, Jeff, with the way he curves the ball that you were talking about, a movement of almost a metre. If he ever took up cricket, which is unlikely for a Spaniard, he'd be a pretty handy first change swing bowler, wouldn't he?
Not sure he knows what cricket is. Well, he certainly gets some swing on his serve. It's the backbone of his serve, is the slider away to the right-hander's backhand.
He's got the manner about him now that he's saying, okay, I've had a bit of a test from Tommy, but enough's enough.
Game Nadal. 1 game all.
Have fun, Enrique. Do it.
part of his speed is that he reads the play so well, Nadal. Yes, he's quick, but here he's on his way very early because he looks at the racket face, reads the play, anticipates, if you will. Hitting the line and skidding through, that's what the grizzle was about.
Net for service.
Wonderful scrambling though again from Nadal. He just puts you under so much pressure to make one more ball, one more ball.
Perhaps all this incessant pressure and brilliance has broken him. Wouldn't be surprising, even for a man who's in the veteran class now, playing in his 37th Grand Slam. Especially if that shoulder's acting up. Another skidder.
He said, that's all I've got to do. I've got to hit the lines all the time. Simple as that.
Oh. Yeah, he's decided it's time. He's put the foot on the gas. Gets the break earlier than he has done with the decisive break in the first two sets, and Rafa seems to be on his way.
Lacoste, official outfitter of the Australian Open.
This is the truth. Nothing but the truth. Why are we so crazy about football?
We might see this a lot in the future.
Because we can revitalise.
So joining in the fun.
We can make friends. And best of all.
Perhaps the best of all.
The satisfaction that comes from devotion to this unique rapture. NFC. Get crazy about football. Nokia's Football Crazy is presented by Nokia. Sailing on the world's most treacherous seas, they had to trust their lives to their oars. Experience life at the extreme. All of Ocean Race on Star Sports.
Generally speaking, the stats rule is this: that if you get as many winners as unforced errors, you've done pretty well. If you happen to get up in the rarefied air of twice as many winners as unforced errors, then you have played out of your socks. Rafael Nadal has had 45 winners and 7 unforced errors. That is practically unheard of.
Ready for play. 15 love.
And look at Tommy Haas. 24 winners, 20 unforced errors.
He'd be happy with that.
That would be enough to beat a lot of people.
Love.
There's still a bit of sting in that backhand from the German.
30-15.
He's only actually had 2 outright backhand winners, but it's set up so many points for him tonight.
Game Nadal.
The #1 seed, the #1 player in the world, demonstrating why he has that mantle, and he will retain that mantle no matter what happens here at Melbourne Park over this fortnight. And he's starting just to play as though he's got to get the midnight tram, which I'm tipping is probably unlikely.
Love.
This is the best he's timed the backhand all night. It's normally his better ground stroke. He hasn't hit it quite as sweetly tonight. Those last 2 have been very good. Oh, that's just outstanding.
30-15.
Another winner.
All. Game Haas.
He's fighting it out, but it looks like
Second serve here now with Nadal serving 3-2 in the third set. Let's go back to Jeff Masters and Peter Donegan.
Love.
Also look at the way players moving, Peter, to determine just what sort of form they're in, and Nadal is moving really superbly here this evening. Federer moved magnificently last night. So players moving freely and normally playing equally well. Ball hits the court with that spin and it just accelerates.
Net. Serve.
He just treats every ball like it's, or every point like it's the most important point of the match. Won't give anything away, chases everything. The ultimate competitor. The defense almost made that as well.
I think you made a good point too, Jeff, about the way he plays each point. The difference between the good players and the great players is that in his heart of hearts, Nadal has known that he's had this match in his keeping probably for some time now. But he won't allow himself to really think that way. Lesser players would probably just put the cruise control on and try and enjoy the ride, but he won't do that.
Saying he enjoys the competition and the challenge more than the sport itself. That shows. He just loves challenging himself. He loves competing for every single point. Thrives on it.
second point of the match, if you will. Nadal tried that off forehand and it just missed, and the look on his face was just total anguish, as if to say, why did I miss that?
Yeah.
And it was the second point of the match.
Well, to him, the match has started. Therefore, every point is as critical as the next.
2 more break opportunities.
Game, Nadal. New balls.
New balls. Chances are they're only going to be used for 1 more game. What a display this has been.
Don't forget, tomorrow morning, Sanya Mirza with Mahesh Bhupathi against Anastasia Rodionova and Stephen Haas. That is, for you watching in India, 5:30 in the morning Indian time. That's the 3rd round of the mixed doubles. That's tomorrow morning with Vijay Amritraj. Right now, it is Nadal on the brink of beating Tommy Haas of Germany.
Not even into double figures as far as the unforced errors go. Has met a brave and gallant veteran opponent tonight and has simply bedazzled him and everyone else here with his class. For the last rites to this 3rd round match, Nadal now serving for it. Even with the sore shoulder, even with the situation the way it is, he can still come up with that. So long the crown has been sitting on Roger Federer's head as the best player in the world, and Nadal has taken that crown now. And tonight he has displayed very well why he wears it.